Well, hello, YTPC. This is Dave coming to you from the paddock in Southern Maryland. How about that? Caught the caught the flight early this morning. Landed about 1 o'clock here in Maryland time. Amory came, got me. We went and had a nice lunch. Got my shit together at home, and I said, you know what? It's 5 o'clock. I'm gonna run over and see the paddock and do a quick video. So that's what we're doing today. So it's good to be back in the paddock. It was kind of a whirlwind trip. Too much driving for too little time, but sometimes life kicks your plans in the ass. So it was about 2,400 miles, and today's day 12, and I really only got about 4.5 days in Wyoming, but so be it. But it's good to be home. I'll be here to support Anne-Marie and the farm during our transition the next few days. So pain in the ass, but right thing to do. Thank you, Greg. So we're back to the Maryland Meerschaum. And what I'm smoking in it tonight is Goeth and Hogarth's Bob's Chocolate Flake. They're nice. Some of them are broken up, but a lot of them are really nice. Not real thick, but easily broken up. Not too thick. I like it. Seems to stay lit fairly well. I've discussed on here several times my have a bit of a shaky relationship with flakes. And I got over here late, so I was in a rush. I didn't do the double, triple rub out. I just kind of pulled the flake apart and jammed it in the bowl. So we'll see how that serves me. So I didn't do a video yesterday. By the time so let's just talk about yesterday. I drove from Wyoming to Denver. It was about an 8-hour drive. I left at 4:45. So by a little bit before 1, I was there. Had a nice slow afternoon with my boy and his boy. So Sean and Ranger and I got to hang out for a few hours in the afternoon. Sean's backyard is kind of a nice place to hang out. In Denver, it was like 60 degrees, no breeze, bright sunshine. Felt like a spring day. The drive was flawless. I didn't have a single road issue, a single weather issue. And in fact, I have some sunrise shots to show you over the desert plain of central Wyoming. And I have a few shots of me driving along it. So I'll put that in here before we go on and talk about today. But so Sunday was great. Pretty easy drive. A 4-hour drive. Then I stopped in Rawlins, and a 4-hour drive, and I was pretty much at Sean's. Then he and I had a really nice dinner together. We went to Fogo de Chao. It's one of these Brazilian steakhouses. Pretty amazing. You sit there and they bring cooked meat to you and then slice it off. It's pretty good. We actually had a guy at a table just before we sat down, got up and ran out without paying his bill. That was kind of interesting to watch the whole staff go after him and chase him down the street. I hadn't really seen anything like that in my life before, so that was a kind of a fun way to start dinner. Well, then Sean and I had a really nice dinner. It's just nice to spend a couple hours quiet time chatting with your boy. And then I actually said goodnight and goodbye to him and Ranger, and I actually drove out. So when I leave the expedition in Denver, I leave it at a place called the Parking Spot. It's pretty cheap long term. So I bought 2 months of parking for the rig for about $400, which is a pretty good price for what I've seen. I got the expedition put away and locked up, and in its spot for a while, and then took their shuttle out to the Westin, which is actually attached to the Denver airport, and got an okay night's sleep, and got up a little before 5, got showered and headed over. I had a 7 a.m. flight. I have to say that I'm not much for air travel, but the Denver airport, the United flight, and Dulles airport were great. I have to say it was a flawless trip home. Anne Marie's waiting for me when I got here. It was really, I can't complain a bit. A 3-hour flight versus 2 12-hour days. It was a big difference. I appreciated this way this time. So I thought I'd do a grab bag of stuff that came in while I was gone. The first one is, you saw me smoking those Oliva V Milanianos. And my, you can't buy them in the box. I couldn't find them, so I bought 5 sleeves of 5. So they are in the door. There they are. Oliva V Series V Milanios. These are the exact ones I was loving out there in Wyoming. So it was a great test. Appreciate the recommendation, and these will get in the humidor. The humid tubs, like I use them here. So it's crazy. The humidor in Wyoming is so much better than what I have here. I have all those jars or humid tubs, but I don't mind. I'm certainly not buying another one of those and putting it here. All right, the next one comes to us. That video that Piper Ken did, he was loving those cherry and maple Missouri Meerschaum, so I got 2 of each. So there's 1 of each. Let me stop this. Come on. That cherry and then the maple. They sit flat. They're super light, so I might have to try them. I don't smoke cob very often, right? I don't smoke anything with the Maryland Meerschaum, but I got 2 of each because they were so inexpensive. Kind of nice, so I like them. So Piper Ken, thank you. You never know when they might show up in somebody's kit, right? So that's always buy 2. Who knows who the next victim is? Even I don't know. So the next thing that came in is from Uncle Willie. It's the Zippo. You replace how the refill cap is set in. So I'm going to study how to put this in, but I got a Amazon had them for like a bag of 5 for nothing. So those came in while I was gone. I'll get this Zippo redone. So they replaced that. I don't know how yet, but I'll figure it out. And then one more thing came in. I ordered this thing 3 or 4 months ago. I ordered it from Dry Creek Wrangler School, Dwayne. I have to suggest, Dwayne is the whole reason I'm here. I watched a video he did a while ago called Why I Smoke Cigars. Maybe I'll even put it in as a pinned comment here. But that video is why I started back on my cigars after like 10 years. Then continued to watch him, and then he put me into Dr. Alan Haroldson at Pipe Cottage. They were my original 2 into the Pipe Club community. Well, anyway, Dwayne, Dry Creek Wrangler School, started selling lighters, but they were impossible to get. Don't do more, do less better. Dry Creek Wrangler School. But it's an actual Zippo. So I'm obviously have to get a pipe insert. So I'll do that. I'll get pipe inserts and then put one of these on it, and it'll be good to go. I have 2 of these. I had one sent here, and I had one sent to the Wyoming house because I thought they looked cool. Kind of that burnished brass. And I like supporting Dwayne at Dry Creek. He doesn't need my support. He's got 1 million subscribers now. I think when I first subscribed to him 13, 14 months ago, he had 200,000 or something. He's been given a book deal. I mean, it's amazing. This guy speaks the truth. And truly, if you don't watch him, you really should. You know, and his videos from a year ago and 2 years ago, and then all of 2023, totally worth the time, in my opinion. Another photo I'm going to append to the end of this video is a picture out my, or a little video outside my hotel room window. I got on the side where you looked straight out onto the airport. So the tents, if you know the Denver airport, it looks like a bunch of white tents. I mean, I think it's supposed to look like the Rocky Mountains with snow on it. But those tents are right outside my window, so I got a nice little video of it. So that'll also show up here at the end. This Bob's chocolate flake is nice, tastes good. And so far, as I haven't really had to relight it more than once or twice. It's really it's burning well for me. And you know me and flakes. All right, guys, I'm going to pretty much wind up the video. Make sure the microphone, I'm just checking in the microphone. When you see me do that, I'm just checking to see that green light's on, because sometimes I'll stop the video and go assemble all the pieces to find out how long my video is. Like right now, it's sitting at 17 minutes. And then, but if I take too long a gap without talking, this thing will shut off. And you want to know that before you go do a bunch more recording. Because that is one of the most frustrating things to do. What you think is your best work and a great closeout, and then find out none of it got actually recorded. There's no sound. Man, that's frustrating. So guys, I think I'm just gonna shut up, put this up, say goodnight. It's Monday night. It's probably about 6 o'clock by now. And remember, when I'm done here, I'll send you into some videos. So I just went through all the pieces. There's a picture. There's a little bit of it as we leave Wyoming, and then some sunrise shots, and then some shots of that high desert, just how desolate it is out there in the interior of Wyoming. I'm doing a little video of Ranger playing with his ball. He's just a big part of my life for the last year, and so I just throw him in now and then. And then the Denver airport, how it looks late, like 2 in the morning kind of thing. Guys, that's it. Just wanted to say hi to everybody. Didn't want to skip 2 days in a row. Coming up on 90 videos. I don't think this one's 90. This might be 89. But that blows my mind that I've done 90 videos or close to it. So anyway, I hope Monday was great for you. Hopefully the week is treating you well. And we will talk again tomorrow. Bye, everybody. All right, guys. It is almost just a little earlier. It's 4:45 on Sunday morning. The beginning of another day of driving. We're headed, just doing Monday in reverse. So we are headed from Moran, Wyoming to Denver, Colorado. Have dinner with my boy. Get ready for my flight tomorrow. You can see here, way sinks we've got. We'll get there a little afternoon. It's 7.5 hour drive, 486 miles. And it's dark out here in the wilderness this morning. See if we can't bring you along the trip if there's something interesting. Crazy looking fog bank. Driving right into it. Sun's up a little bit. So we are out deep in the middle of nowhere in Wyoming. We are in between Lander, Wyoming and Muddy Gap, Wyoming. And there's just nothing out here.
in 5.9 miles. Stay to the right.
Just nothing. No houses, no lights. I've only seen a couple cars in the last few hours. There's those snow fences I was telling you about on the way out here. I guess that's enough. I'm just showing you a little more of the interior of Wyoming. We're about 30 miles from hitting the interstate at Rawlings. That's the halfway point. Not sure what else to show you. Just most people never see the interior of Wyoming. I know that. So. It just goes for miles and miles on all sides of you. I just thought I'd show you what looks like out my hotel room window. Just looking at the main airport there at Denver. It's pretty late at night, so it's pretty much closed. You can barely see any cars moving around. I just thought these tents look pretty cool, all lit up.